You may have missed what's going on in Syria, but it's growing more serious by the day, and it could have consequences for around the world.
This month, Syrian officials announced more than 100 Islamic State prisoners escaped from a detention camp in the country's northeast. Some local reports place that number far higher. The fear now is this could ignite a new wave of ISIS. New because the group was never truly destroyed. Back in 2019, then President Donald Trump announced ISIS had been territorially defeated.
The caliphate in Syria, now it's 100%. We just took over.
But that didn't mean it disappeared. It went underground and survived in the shadows, hiding, regrouping, spreading its ideology, and carrying out attacks, especially against the United States and its allies. As recently as last month, 2 US soldiers and an American interpreter were killed in an ambush.
Meanwhile, thousands of captured ISIS fighters, along with their wives and children, were locked away in roughly a dozen prisons and detention camps.
These camps were guarded by the Kurdish-led Syrian Democratic Forces, or SDF. It's a patchwork of ethnic militias and other fighting forces backed by the United States.
For years, the SDF pressed countries around the world to take back their citizens and put them on trial. Most refused. Then everything changed.
Last year, longtime Syrian President Bashar al-Assad fell from power. A new government emerged, led by Ahmed al-Shara, himself once an Islamist extremist. Shara pledged to unify Syria under one national army. But the SDF resisted, especially as it became clear that former ISIS-aligned factions were being folded into Syria's new fighting force.
At the same time, America appeared to shift its support away from the SDF and towards Shara and Syria's new military. Among the Kurds I spoke to, there was a deep sense of betrayal.
This month, clashes broke out between Syrian government forces and the SDF in places like Deir ez-Zor and Raqqa.
And in all of that chaos, ISIS prisoners seized their chance to escape.
Syrian officials say 81 detainees have been recaptured and others are being hunted down. As for the US, there are now efforts underway to move as many as 7,000 ISIS detainees out of Syria and into Iraq. US Secretary of War Pete Hegseth says he expects the transfer to be temporary.
But here in Iraq, people I spoke with don't believe that. They fear the US is delivering the fighters back to their doorsteps, and the world has once again underestimated the threat posed by ISIS.